Assalamualaikum. Hi, so we meet again. For those who don't know me, I am Nur Adila. Okay, for today's video, I'm going to explain about a university students' problem in managing their time on social media and why it is important to have a time tracker application to solve this problem. Okay, so what is social media? What is so interesting about it that makes people addicted to it? How and why do people use it? Is there any implication of social media to the Malaysian society? These are among the questions that arise with the emergence of the new internet application called a social media. So, before working on this page, I had not realized the problem, and according to my class survey, most of them were having this kind of trouble. Now, I am convinced that we cannot continue to ignore this problem. I believe that I have the most effective and operative application on the internet today. The application can be used by the student to keep in track of their time management. Okay, so as I have mentioned earlier, I will explain about the university students' problem in managing their time on social media and why it is important to have a time tracking application to solve this problem. So let us start by looking at the scope of the problem. However, on a September 13, 2015 article on technicianonline.com state that the students neglect their studies by spending time on social networking websites rather than studying or interacting with people in person. Unless you have the disciplines to manage your time well, most of the university students tend to waste their time by scrolling through their social media and time-consuming applications without limits. So, we even see that many students are worried about their looks, and so they always try to upload nicer pictures than their friends do. A recent survey has stated that whenever someone uploads a profile picture, it immediately affects the moods of friends. It often produces stress, anxiety, or fear about their identities as a people. Consistent thinking in this way can sometimes lead to depression. With this application, the students will be able to identify how much time they spend on each application. Now, what kind of application has that kind of beneficial use? Ladies and gentlemen, we introduce you the time tracker application specifically built up for university students. So, how does this time tracker work? So, let's see. Okay, first and foremost, students will have to register their university name, their semester, and their course. This application will scan through their phone and identify all the applications available. Next, the student will be asked to set their own time limit on every application available with the maximum time limit of 1 hour for each application. When the time limit runs out, the application will shut down itself and the students will not be able to access to it again until the next day. Okay, on October 7, 2021 article on newspaper.com state that the social media can be incredibly addictive. We all know what it feels like to tell ourselves we will only check our notifications, and before we know it, we have been mindlessly scrolling for hours. We also blink less when looking at device, which in combination with the blue light can lead to eye fatigue and strain. Okay, the 2017 research has been done by 30 university college students on impact of university college students on impact of social media on students' academic performance in Terengganu, Malaysia, show how many hours students spend on social media activities. The figures too shows the total hours spent on social media. Out of 200 respondents, 46% use between 1 to 3 hours in a day. 20% spend their time 47 hours per day, and only 5% use more than 8 hours a day. The majority of them use social media more than 2 years and have more than 500 friends or contacts in their social media. Hence, this time tracker application is more than we need. It has a lot of benefit, and university students who are struggling with managing their time on social media. This time has come for us, a university student, to use this time tracker application to track our time management for social media. So what are you waiting for now? Install the application now and you will not regret it. That's all from me. Bye. Assalamualaikum.